Anyway, the second Star Wars story, a little bit more exciting, different and kind of exciting, is that I forget there's a big YouTuber that's all into, excuse me, eating your words, putting your foot. But that's like, what is it called over the internet though? AK, that's the real question. Like, do we have a term? Eating your text. I feel like we need a. I feel like we need a new term for when you say something that doesn't age well on the internet or you overreact. There needs to be something like that besides like Karening. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's Karening. Internet Karening. Karen. Karening. Karening. I like that. Anyway, other Star Wars story. Check this out. So, I forget what website it is, but there's a YouTuber and then a website, I think it's cosmicbooknews.com. They're not the most reliable, but they said there is talks of Kathleen Kennedy, everybody's favorite villain. That's everybody's favorite villain, not Darth Maul. Kathleen Kennedy, or least favorite villain because they actually hate her. Of Kathleen Kennedy getting booted off the Star Wars overseership and them bringing in George Lucas. Bum bum bum. So booting off Kathleen Kennedy, keeping on. Who's the guy that does the Mandalorian? Favreau. I think it's Favreau. I think it's John Favreau. Yeah, it's John Favreau. So keeping on John Favreau, booting Kathleen Kennedy, and bringing in George Lucas to not just write the next trilogy. Wait for it. Again, nothing's been confirmed yet, but this is the underground theory. Some people say it has zero credence, but it's at least been hanging on. There have been stories written about it that there's this rumbling, there's this possibility. Right now, it is nothing more than a conspiracy theory, but they've got some things, some cadence on why, or credence, I should say, of why they think that this could be happening. But they're saying that not are they just going to bring George Lucas back to write a trilogy, but it's not just any trilogy. It's not episodes 10, 11, and 12. It's not episodes -2, -1, 0. We're trying to come up with millennial terms. Hey, I am a millennial. Get it right. But no, so they're saying Lucas is going to rewrite 7, 8, and 9 and make 7, 8, and 9 his way. Mind blown. Fake news. Again, I'm not reporting it. I'm saying it's been being discussed. That Lucas comes back, works with Favreau, because Favreau's the Mandalorian guy, and we like that apparently. But bringing that back in and saying that he is going to, I don't know why they got held. He is going to potentially remake 7, 8, and 9. So they would retcon the whole thing. Like it never happened. Like it's just a forced dream. I don't know. I'd actually be all for that. Like it's so off the wall and like so crazy out there. But you could almost have it like literally episode 7 and all of a sudden it's the end of episode 9 and like Luke wakes up. He's like like from a force vision or something. Like that's what was gonna happen if he didn't do XYZ and then just go. Yeah, actually, AK, that's a really good point. Is could they just Star Trek it? Hmm. I really liked how they did the 3, 4. How many are they up to now? 3 or 4 new Star Trek. I think it's 3. The new Star Treks. I really liked how they did that and actually tied in the older stuff, the older movies that had happened already, even though they were like with time and Khan and Nero. Like I thought they did a really really good job with those Star Treks. Just saying. But yes, I agree. I mean, we've talked about it before in here. I'm not a fan of 7, 8, or 9. I enjoyed 7. I hated 8, and 9 tried to just get through it. So like that's where I stand on those, as we've talked about many a time. Um, which is weird because I've watched 8 the most of those 3, and it's the one I hate the most. And I watch it because I just feel like if I keep watching it, eventually I'll stop hating it. Yeah, I think I'm giving up on that. But yeah, so like that's a crazy theory. And like while some people would totally be super upset, like that's dumb. That's dumb. How can you just get rid of it? That's dumb. Like people would be mad about that. I get it. But I also think it could be an interesting twist. And then you can still give people 7, and then you can have the great discussion. The whole point of Star Wars, let's talk about it, make it relevant, right? So you're always talking about. Dude, you could be arguing which 7 is better, which 8 was better, which 9 was better, which trilogy post 6 is better. Like there's so many debates, and that conversation could go on for decades. Like there's so much because they can keep the merchandising from 7, 8, and 9, new merchandising with 7, 8, and 9, new Luke stuff. But yeah, the whole alternate time stream. Like they could mess with time. They could. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the messing with time thing's kind of been done. Yeah, between Avengers and a couple other things. Like I feel like the time thing's been done. So like I'd almost want it to be simpler and just like cut it off right away. Like and it was a dream. Go. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a dream. Go. Luke's the main character in 7. Han's alive. I mean, obviously Leia, that's an issue. Got to do something with that, or maybe you just start off that she's dead. Maybe he's, maybe it's her funeral. Maybe that's where it starts. What if they started new episode 7? Dude, I'm like brainstorming right now. They'd start new episode 7 at Leia's funeral. How cool could that be? Where like Luke had touched her or something, or I don't know, or he wakes up from something. I don't know. I think starting it of like, yeah, use the Force. Starting it with something with like Leia's funeral, having 7, 8, 9 be like a vision, a Force vision of some kind. Because that's a lot of what they do in Star Wars too. When it doesn't make sense, they just explain it away with the Force. Like, oh well, the Force. So, you know, Force and stuff. Yeah, Young Money fan fiction right now. We're just rolling with it. I'm not the most creative person, but I like where I'm going with this. But really, it's just because you know our princess has passed, and they would need to find a way to take care of that. This is my favorite scene in 9 is when they kind of have her pass. Not my favorite scene, but like you know what I mean. I thought it was well done. How about that? It was a well done scene to kind of honor her life, her character. I thought it was good. Okay. They need Lucas. They don't need me. Trust me. They don't need me. There's much more creative people like Fab. They got Fabro. You're good. Boomer could approve Star Wars. I'm a millennial. Get it right. Somebody argued with me that I'm not a true OG Star Wars fan. I was having a conversation about it last week about Star Wars stuff, and somebody's like, "You're not even a true OG Star Wars fan because you never saw the original trilogy in theaters." And I said, "Yes, I have multiple times because when I was a boy, they re-released all the 70s and early 80s Star Wars episodes 4, 5, and 6 into theaters in the 90s. So I did see them in the theater for the first time, mind you. The first time I saw my Star Wars movies was in the theater, episodes 4, 5, and 6. They did that right before they came out with episode 1. So I could like watch them in the appropriate order and then get the hype for episode 1. I don't know, my dad told me it was amazing. Um, Obviously my kids won't get that, but I got a little home theater at home. We can have something similar. Just trying to figure out how old he needs to be to watch it.